morning. Today I'm going to be playing with the Quiet Days junk journal, Stamperia. Hope you can see it okay. I'm really having trouble with the exposure this morning because it's so bright and sunny. I shouldn't complain, but I am doing, so there we are. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do a journal page for leave some space for writing, or whether I'm just going to do a full-blown art journal page. We will see what it is decided as we go along. But as I am in the middle of a signature, it's inviting me to do a double page today, so I think that's what I'm going to do. So first thing to decide is the background. So I'll just have a think about that. As the colour scheme of this book is kind of these pastel-y pinks, purples, kind of buff colour, I'm going to base my background on those colours. So I have picked out some unbleached titanium. I've got rose quartz and laid back lilac. So this is just what I have lying about. So that is what we're going to use. Just going to smush some of that onto my page. Do you know, I think I might treat myself to a new baby wipe. I know, indulgent. So let's start with the unbleached titanium. It's a nice neutral colour. Get some of that on the page. I mean, this paper is not designed, as you can probably already tell, to take much in the way of different mediums, because it's just copy paper that's been printed with a kind of a vintagey effect, which is great, but you're not really supposed to do this sort of thing with it. Now ask me if I care. I'm going to do whatever I like. So that's knocked that dark browny colour back a little bit. Paper is fighting me, but I'm fighting back. There we go. Okay, let's have a little bit of this pinky colour. It's good to work in threes or triangles with things to balance it out. So that's why I'm going for kind of up here, and kind of down here with the pink. And I shall do a similar thing with a little bit of the purple. I don't think we're going to want too much of this because it's probably going to be darker than I want. Yes, it is. Darker than I want. Just going to lighten that up with a tiny bit of white. Just in a couple of areas Need more white soon, I think. Okay, I think I'm happy enough with that. I picked out a few elements already from the book that I want to use. This frame, this girl, this dog. This was a sticker, so I've just stuck it onto a little bit of paper to make it easier for me to fussy cut round. I'm going to cut out this, I don't know what it is, ticket for the dog to sit on, and maybe one or two other things. So I will come back to you when I've got those all ready. Okay, so I've sanded the rough edges off my cutouts and given them all just a touch of vintage photo around the edges to take that white edge off. And the next thing I'm going to do is just rough up the edges of this ticket piece here with my scissors so that it's not too kind of straight. Give it a bit more of an organic look. Now that can have some ink too. Okay, that's going to go there. My little doggy is going to sit there somewhere. These are going to be up here, so she's looking down at the dog. I'm going to cut out a couple more elements to fill in these sides, but before I stick anything down, I'm going to do a little bit more on the background. I'm going to use a nice kind of handwriting stamp and some archival ink. Doesn't really matter that it's archival in this instance. It's just the one I happen to pick. So I'm just going to do this with my fingertips. I don't really want a perfect impression. That down there, and we'll have some more here and some more up there. Again, sort of keeping it in threes. And then I like to have some circles. So I'm going to pick a kind of a postmark stamp. Just grab a block to do this one with. And just here where I've done this other stamping. Don't yet know how much is going to get covered up by the end, but that doesn't matter. Okay, there's still some blank space I want to fill in, so I'm just going to find something else that I like to go there. Just going to have this one, which is kind of some random dots. Put those on here and there. Okay, and finally for the stamping, a few little hearts here and there. Is quite a love theme to this page, so we'll see how that looks once I've got my elements on. I've chosen the elements that I want to stick on the page from the junk journal book, so I'm going to go ahead and get those stuck down. Found this nice piece of lace that I'm going to stick on this side of the page, give some balance to the flowers over here. I'm just going to get my craft knife and just cut along where the fold of the book is, because obviously the pages won't close properly if I don't. So just make sure I know where that is. Just cut through there and through there. And that should help the book to close. I haven't decided if I want this piece of paper on here or not. I wanted to give that a background, that word. I can't decide whether I like it or not. I think I'm going to leave it out. Now I've got that stamping behind. I think that serves as a background for my sentiment. So let's get that stuck down. I think I just want to add one more flower, so I'm going to use this one cut it in half, and then I'm going to have one half coming out that side and one half that side. Maybe the other way around. Yeah, let's stick that down. I think I'll call that page done. Turns out it was an art journal page, not a journal page. Who knew? You never know till you're done. Thanks for being here, and I hope to see you on the next one.